Hello, everyone. Thank you guys for joining me once again. I wasn't going to do a video on this, because just because, I usually don't do this many videos. I usually do one video a day, but I feel this is an emergency, and of course, it's about what is going on in Mexico. This is absolutely, this is truly a crisis moment, and we want to continue those who believe in the power of prayer. We want to pray for the protection of those who are innocent, particularly American citizens who are there in the country itself and in particular tourist spots. And accordingly, the government of the United States have told American citizens that may be touring there, vacationing there, to basically lock in. Don't go anywhere. Just stay where you are, because clearly people are being targeted. But apparently, this has to do with one of the major drug cartels being eliminated, assassinated by Mexican military forces in conjunction with American intelligence. And this has resulted in an act of revenge by, I guess, subgroups that were associated with this particular drug cartel, and now they are retaliating and just causing chaos all over. I've seen videos of people in airports and so forth, and I mean running. And at first when I saw this, I really honestly thought it was an AI video, because you can do that with AI. I don't know. This is AI. I don't think this is happening. It looked like 9/11 almost. The people was running around when 9/11 happened. That's how it looked like, but I wasn't sure whether or not it was real or not. But it is unfortunately real. And so, yeah, but what I want to talk about in this video is I want to read a small article to you guys in reference to the fact that 25 National Guards have been taken out due to this retaliation from the cartel. And I'm going to give my spin and opinion on this whole incident. So let's get right into this. The government of Mexico confirmed that 25 Mexican National Guardsmen, one prison guard, and an innocent woman died in a series of... Wait a minute, hold it. Okay, I'm sorry. It was not American Guardsmen. It was National Guardsmen. It was their own Guardsmen. One prison guard and an innocent woman died in a series of terror-style attacks that were a direct response to the killing. And by the way, I'm not good at pronouncing these names, so please forgive me for that. So I'm not going to even try to attempt to pronounce their names, okay? But you know what I'm talking about. The leader of the terrorist organization CARTEL, and I think it's called Jalisco New Generation, as Breitbart Texas reported, the much-feared terrorist leader died on Sunday after a high-stakes raid by special force soldiers from Mexico's army. In that raid, cartel gunmen deployed Russian RPGs and used high-powered weapons in an attempt to prevent the capture of their leader. The leader and two others, including his son-in-law, died while being airlifted to a local hospital after being wounded in the confrontation. Soon after the operation, CGNG forces began carrying out terror-style attacks in at least 18 states throughout Mexico. The attacks included shootings, carjackings, setting up blockades, and setting buildings and convenience stores on fire. Mexican authorities confirmed that in addition to the 25 National Guardsmen dying in those attacks, 40 cartel gunmen died, as well as a prison guard and an innocent woman. Authorities also made 70 arrests during the day. End of article. You can read the rest of that article in the description box below if you so read. If you so desire. It is a short article. Very, very tragic situation. Yes, very tragic situation. Once again, my prayers go out to the residents of the regions. And hey, if you guys are from America, stay hunkered in, But I just wanted to make a commentary on this, and not in reference to necessarily the Mexican government or any of that, because we already know what the situation is on that. But what I want to comment in on is, why would anyone from America want to vacation in Mexico, to visit vacation, and anyway. And I know that sounds kind of awkward, but to me, it's not awkward. Knowing that that country is controlled and owned by the cartel. I mean, these cartels are, in my opinion, are worse than the Italian mafia, worse than the Russian mafia, worse than the triads, worse than the Black Philly mafia, which is no longer in existence anymore, I don't believe. I mean, worse than the Chinese mafia. I mean, you name it, they are worse than any of these guys, in my opinion. Because they will go to any means to protect their money. Okay? They are brutal. I've seen videos of what they have done. I mean, I used to watch this one particular website. It's been taken down. Years ago, it was called Best Gore. I know some of y'all can probably try to look that back and look it up. But it was called Best Gore some years ago. And literally, they would show real slaughterings, real murders, the murders usually were after the fact, but some of them were not. And you had videos of drug cartels members taking people and blindfolding them and taking them underground or hiding and doing terrible things to them. I've seen this, and I know it wasn't AI. I know it wasn't fake. And by the way, like I said, that particular site has been taken down, understandably so. But this was real stuff. I mean, I've seen videos of radical Islam decapitating people. Okay, I mean, and they would take them and had on orange shoots. They take these people, take them out, and just, I mean, and they would show, and then you have someone filming it. And I mean, yeah, it was shocking. Okay. So I know what these people are capable of. And because of that, and by the way, let me say this too. This, in defense, this is not an attack against Mexicans. So I don't want anyone to make put in the commentaries section, or you against Mexicans. Come on now. Come on, y'all. Please don't do that. Don't read into what I'm saying. I am not against Mexicans. It's a shame I got to digress to this. I am not against Mexicans per se. Okay? I'm talking about the Mexican drug cartel. If you're in support of that, then you must be one of them. Nobody is in support of them. And my point is this. Why would you want any American citizen want to visit a place that is in a country that is controlled by the cartels? Now, people can say, well, the tourist spots are not. Well, you can argue that. The only problem is that everything that's going on right now, the American government had told American citizens that are touring there to stay hunkered in. So don't move. If you're in a tourist spot, don't move. Right? And here's the crazy part. I saw one particular video where it was clearly a tourist area. They were on a beach, and you could see smoke rising all around them. People jumping and running, smoke rising all around them, and stuff blowing up all around them. Who's to say that stuff is not going to encroach further in? And I read a portion of an article how something that leaked out from the Mexican cartel, from those who were retaliating against the taking out of this leader, and it was supposedly leaked out, right? So whether or not this document has been confirmed to be true or not, no one knows for sure. But apparently, the cartels are threatening to start attacking civilians now. Once again, this has not been confirmed to having come from these other cartels or not, but according to that portion of the article that I did read in conjunction with that supposed leakage, stated that there are times that the cartel will make these kind of Mexican cartels will make these kind of threats, and these threats will not be made into a reality. But then there are times where they will make these threats and they actually are made into reality. They will actually conduct these threats. As I told you, I've seen videos of them in the past doing such a thing, or at least connected to such a thing. Okay. So yeah, if that's the case, if that is accurate, then if you're in a tourist spot and you're from America, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I mean, if you say, well, I want to go there and visit what? You know what? Look, I remember. I'm just gonna be real with me, real with you. A couple of members of my church some years ago flew to Mexico, and I couldn't help but wonder. I didn't say anything to them. I didn't say why, and I didn't know half of what I know now, but I knew enough to know why would you want to go to Mexico. And I think the member of my church was saying that it was a friend of hers, and her friend invited her, was that and the other, and so they were in a safe place. But me myself, I still would. I'd be like, friend, I love you, God bless you, but no, let's go somewhere else because I don't want to take any chances. And I believe, in my opinion, the only reason why that church member came back alive is because God's grace was watching them. That's it. Have any of you guys seen the movie? What was that movie with Denzel Washington and the little girl Dakota Fanning was in? What's the name of that movie? I forget the name of that movie. What was the name of that movie, man? Somebody tell me. That's it. Man on Fire. Came out in 2005. Now, from what I understand, the movie is a fictionalized account, or at least in part fictionalized account of a CIA agent, i.e. assassin from the CIA, who is looking for this young lady, young girl that was kidnapped. And he thinks he thought she was dead anyway, but you know the story. If you've seen the movie, excellent movie, by the way. Well, there's a description at the beginning of the movie that talks something along the line of people are constantly being kidnapped for ransom and so forth in Mexico. I mean, you know, and it's like, I mean, even if you're not dealing with the cartels per se, you're dealing with kidnappings and all of it. I mean, come on, man. Why would you want to even chance it? I don't understand it. If I want to go on vacation, I'll go on vacation somewhere else. There are other places I want to see. I'm not saying Mexico is not a pretty place. I'm not saying that. Once again, this is not an attack against Mexicans. So please, if you're Mexican and you're watching this, please don't take this personal. But I'm pretty sure there are a lot of beautiful places in Mexico. I get it. But I'm okay. I'll go somewhere else and see some beautiful places. I'm sorry, but it's just too dangerous. It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me. But this also shows you the state of affairs in this country. A state that's controlled and owned by the drug cartel is not a state. It's not a country. It's a country for them. It's a country for the drug cartels. It is not a country for the Mexican government, and it is not a country for the Mexican citizens. It's not. These people live in constant fear. They do. And I don't have to be there to know that. And now, based on the article that I just read to you guys, 25 of the National Guardmen have been taken out. I mean, it's terrible. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. Okay. So what I have heard also is that, and I mentioned this a little bit in the beginning of this video, that America had intelligence on where this major drug cartel leader was located, and because of that, this kind of led to his downfall and his taken out. Okay. And that could be some retaliation. They could start retaliating here in America. I don't know. But I'll say this. They better be careful. You better leave them American people alone, boo-boo. You better leave the American people alone, because as one person said, all hell gonna break loose on everybody in there. I'm just saying, man, you better leave the American people alone. American people ain't got nothing to do with whatever qualms these Mexican cartel have with each other. The American people don't have nothing to do with that. They just come to visit, to have fun, and sit in the sun. That's it. They ain't got nothing to do with any of that. And when you start messing with the Americans, you better watch out. You better watch out, because they already have intelligence. The American intelligence, CIA, know more than a lot of people. They know more than they're going to tell you. Right now, they know what I'm saying while I'm sitting here. They got technology to hone in on what I'm saying. Don't tell me that they don't know what's going on over there. They know. They just buying their time before they perhaps take over and create the North American Union, which will combine America, Mexico, and Canada. Just saying, I digress. Think about that for a moment. But yeah, I just wanted to make a comment on that. Once again, we want to keep these people in prayer. We want to keep the American citizens in prayer for protection. This is really, really tragic. Prayerfully, hopefully, there will be a resolve made sooner than later. But what do you guys think about all this? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. God bless you all. See you again.